Please go to my channel. So today's video is going to be a different. Today I thought I'd do like a story time on how I found out I hurt my shoulder and shoulder blade. I just kind of thought I'd make this video for someone out there that is looking for answers for their shoulder problem and can't find anything. And I also want to bring awareness to that people can have very much mixed emotions and frustrations with pain, which I just want to bring out there. I'm going to go through all that in this video. Then I'll probably record a part 2 video tomorrow about like the physical therapy / diagnosis that they were able to find for me to help me get through this, where I felt like there's no end. And I also just want to mention too that this is my experience. Every experience is going to be different for everybody, and I'm not going to say any names in this story. I will only be calling them I'll be calling my mom, my big brother, and I'll be calling like my friend / work mom. Sometimes we'll be work moms or sometimes we'll be best friends. Depends on what I actually say. So very little. So I'll try to record this earlier and I was making no sense. So I thought I'd do another video right now and just kind of explain. So the first part we're just going to go through is everything that I was dealing with, kind of when I found out and when I actually did something about it. So about the end of August, I was dealing with a very achy shoulder. I did not know what was wrong. I usually, with my body's made special. I'm always aching in my hips, my knees, my shoulders, my back, everything that is achy. I just assumed my shoulder was just achy from that. Just sore, was going to just be good, was going to heal, by itself. But I'm gonna say like a week goes by or so, and then I text my work mom about it. I just said, I'm not sure what to do with my shoulder. It really hurts right now, like stuff like that. And then that I might insert the text here if I can blur everything so you can kind of see the text that we had. But I will not be putting any names in the text, like I said, so you just see maybe our text conversation that we had. And then probably another week goes by. I kind of work through my work. I do my work properly. I do everything I'm supposed to. I think it was like September 17th, September 17th or September 16th, whatever, one of the Fridays, I finally kind of mentioned it to my supervisor. I just said, I'm dealing with a really sore shoulder. It's not getting any better, it's getting worse. I don't know what I might need to go to the doctor for it, like that stuff. I said I'm not sure if I did it at work or not because I'm not really sure, so I was kind of thinking about it. And then I realized it was more, so I decided it was work related because I kind of thought about it. So then rumors started where I work with a coworker. She was kind of starting to say I didn't do it at work. I just wanted to get off for a couple of days, whatever else she said, which frustrates me, guys. Do not start rumors if you don't know the answers to them. I honestly would never do that to a coworker. If I see someone hurt, I usually go ask about it, or I just kind of, don't say anything. So then I went to the doctor I called in that Monday or Sunday night. Saying is that I went to the I called in sick that Sunday before because I could not do anything because it was hurting so bad. I couldn't lift anything and it was just frustrating me. I wanted to cry because of the pain. So then I texted my one supervisor that I trust and who I actually tell most things to, and then she relates it to my other 2 supervisors, which is weird, but yes, that's how I do it. Then she told me to text the other supervisor, which I did. I said the same thing I said to my other supervisor. So I called in sick that Monday. They told my overhead supervisor texted me that next day. He basically said, you need to go to the doctor before we can let you back to work. So then that Monday that I called in sick, I went to urgent care, and I was I think I sat in the urgent care for 4 or 5 hours, I believe it was. I don't remember. I sat in the urgent care for a while. Then I got brought back to a room then a nurse came in and kind of like, said, asked me questions. I gave the questions then. A really nice doctor came in and asked the same questions. I answered the same questions. Then they gave me 3 days off, finished 3 days off of work, which was nice. And then I was given ibuprofen to take for about a week, which I did. I have not taken any ibuprofen since because my body was not tolerating the ibuprofen very well. So after a week, I just did not take it anymore. Then I worked the Thursday and Friday of that week after, where it was kind of a challenge because I had a couple coworkers that were not cooperating with me. So then I had to go to a supervisor and ask them to help me, which they did. They had to relay all the things. And then that one coworker was a little snippy with me. And that same day, one of my coworkers kind of said, why am I here? Or why am I here? Because I can't do anything. And I just that just made me very frustrated. I was like, you're really great. You should be grateful I'm here trying to help you out, not stuck at home. So then I had a doctor's note, followed the doctor's note. Then I worked that Monday and Tuesday, and then I think I worked Thursday and then Friday and then the weekend. And the weekend was kind of couldn't do anything because I had new restrictions, couldn't lift anything more than 3 pounds, and it was very frustrating. I felt very frustrated over my restrictions, and it was just very hard to work with because my coworkers did not handle it very well. I had a lot of people say you shouldn't be working, you should be home resting, you should be off for a couple weeks because you can't lift this and this and this. They were all just had their own opinions, which was fine. But like I said before, don't be mean to a coworker because they can't do something. Try to be helpful more than like grumpy, which I did figure it out. I figured out the restrictions. I made it work. I got things done. I had a really good coworker that helped, really helpful, didn't complain once. He had his problems with his bones, so it was really hard for us to work together. We worked together, but he was very sore, I was sore, so I'm very grateful for his help. The next Monday, I was on so many restrictions. It made me very frustrated. I had to have my supervisor do everything for me that I couldn't do, and it was just very frustrating. I ended up probably having a meltdown after work because I could not tolerate it anymore. So now I'm gonna go through like my emotions and frustrations now, and I want to let you know, guys, that your frustration and your meltdowns you have are normal. You need to cry if you're frustrated or if you're in pain, because I went through a lot of emotional wrecks with my shoulder. I think I cried a time or two, and then I just had my frustrations. So I'm jumping in here to kind of explain my restrictions a little bit. Not that it really matters to you guys about my restrictions. So the first restrictions I had with the first doctor, I couldn't lift anything more than 25 pounds, I think it was. So I did that for 5-6 days, I don't remember, so many days. Then I went to the doctor for the next doctor, and I cannot lift anything more. I can't lift anything more than 3 pounds or anything more than 10 pounds. And that's where it got really frustrating because I couldn't do things I wanted to do. So that's kind of what I want to jump in here and say. And if you see text messages in my videos, that's because I showed you the text. If they're not in there, it's because they're too personal and I didn't feel frustration and emotion. So I really recommend to have someone you trust to talk to, like your family, your friends, anybody you trust. And I have a very good support system, I can say. My mom, my work mom and my big brother have been through this the whole time, through my frustration, through my emotions, and I'm really grateful for that, because if it wasn't for them, I don't think I could have survived my frustrations. So basically, when I first had my shoulder problem, I was like kind of a little relieved, but also frustrated with my restrictions. So I think when I walked home, I drove home, I had a little bit of a meltdown, just because I felt defeated. Then I think that day I texted my friend all about it. Like, she read my mind and texted me about it, just texted. And I thought to myself, that's what I needed. So close to a meltdown, I needed my friend there to help me. So I texted her about my problems. If I can find the text, I will maybe leave it here if I decide they're enough that I can put in there. And if not, I will just I'll do it on the side if I find them appropriate to put in the video. If not, you guys will have to just go for my word. And I believe I texted my big brother about it too. My mom was with me too on that, so it was very difficult. So then on the work occasions that I did work, I was very frustrated with my coworkers, my restrictions, and I believe every single night after work I came home and cried over it, because I felt like no one understood me, no one cared, no one did that. I think I was dealing with a little bit of depression, a little bit of anxiety. Not gonna lie, I think I was, because I didn't know how to handle myself through this frustration. The frustration was that I just did not like restrictions. I felt like no one was helping me. Everybody didn't believe me. I felt like people were thinking I was making it all up because I didn't want to do my work. I honestly have to say, I do not like help if I don't need it. So I think most of the time when I was done with work, through my soreness, I was crying, because I felt like it was never going to get better for pain, and then I felt like nobody cared. No one cared about my restrictions. I really hated is a strong word, I'm sorry, but I hated that my coworkers were not very nice, and they didn't realize how much they were kind of hurting me from saying the things they did. Block them out, which I did most of the time, but it just was hard after a while to kind of do that. So yeah, I really recommend having a best friend, a family member, a brother, whatever. That's I think my brother and my friend knew most of it, and didn't say anything. My mom knew about it. When I was frustrated, my best friend / work mom, and my brother both got the frustration. Then I would screenshot my messages, send it to my mom the next day so we can communicate about it. That was easier for me than when I was frustrated the night before to try to explain to someone my frustration. So yeah, I hope this, guys, was kind of helpful. So tomorrow I'll be recording part 2 so you can hear about my diagnosis. So thanks for watching. Please thumbs up this video, comment down below what you want to see next. So question of the day is, if you've ever broken a bone or ever had a lot of bone issues. Let me start. So basically, I've had a lot of injuries to my legs and to my body. So basically, I have had 2 surgeries on my legs. They're the Achilles tendon lengthening surgery. I've had a sprained ankle, and I've had a sprained tendon, and I've had my shoulder issues. So I really recommend just doing it. So if I find, I also leave link to my other videos of my story times down below if you remember, and I'll try to insert any of the text messages I've had with my family members if they're appropriate to put in. So see you guys in the next video.